Hi friends, Sawan Kumar here, and today we are going to talk about solopreneurs. There is a group of these business people who somehow think that they can ride the entire train alone. Either they think because they want to think this, or they think because they have been forced to think this, because they are not able to maybe overcome their limitations, they are not able to upgrade themselves, or they are not yet ready to take the challenges of the world. There could be different reasons for a person wanting to be a solopreneur, to remain or work as a solopreneur, but this is not, I believe, any business wants to be where a solopreneur is. Any business that definitely starts from being a solopreneur, but a solopreneur has to quickly move up the ladder and become an entrepreneur with a team working for him. I understand that as small businesses, as startups, we do not have the bandwidth, we do not have the required finances, resources to hire people, to have different types of people, to have different departments. But we have to have a vision, we have to have a target that we would be reaching there. We would be reaching there where we have different departments, where we have different people, different skill sets of people working for us and not redoing everything. I have been into that position of being a solopreneur, and trust me, it's not a good time. It was never a good time. I was the only person working. I was the founder of the company. I was the marketing executive of the company. I was the salesman of the company. I was the HR of the company. I was the peon of the company. I was the accountant of the company. I was actually taking care of all the roles in the company, and I was also the operations. I also used to take care of the operations side. So I am getting to my office in the morning, taking care of the marketing part, then taking care of the sales part, then taking care of connecting with the clients and maintaining relationships, and then taking care of the operations, then taking care of the payments, receipts, invoices, all of these things packed into one. But for how long? How long can you survive doing that? How long do you think you can justify your growth, and how much can you grow? Can you really grow with that? I had a very tough time doing all of these things, and the biggest problem that I believe I faced, and most of the solopreneurs or small businesses face, is whenever I was into doing sales, I missed on the operations part, I missed on the fulfillment part, and whenever I was focusing on the fulfillment part, I missed on the sales. So I was always lacking on one of these, and this is what the business is. You make sales, you fulfill. You make sales, you fulfill. And if you get delayed on either of the things, then you are not doing a business. Then maybe you are doing some hobby of yours, fulfilling some hobby of yours, doing something, but that is not business. If you think that you can carry this forward for infinite number of days or years, then you are definitely not doing business. If it has to be a business, you have to have a team, and you need to get started. You need to understand why you need a team. You need to understand how you can build up a team. You need to understand what kind of team you need to build in. You need to understand what kind of people you first need, what kind of work you can first outsource, offload from your shoulders, how you can focus on more profitable parts and you can pass on the less profitable activities. How this is something that you need to figure out for yourself, which if you do not, then you are in a bad stage. I'll help you in figuring out what kind of activities you can offload to your team members and what kind of activities you can keep to yourself. But making that decision is a difficult thing, because it might be that it will not go right the first time. But that does not mean you will stop making decisions. Decisions might not happen or might not get right the first time you take it, but that does not mean you stop making decisions. That does not mean you stop hiring people. Your hirings would never be right the first time. Most probably, your hiring would never be right in the first time. You will have to keep hiring people. You'll have to keep hiring people. you will fire a few people will go out on their own, but this is a cycle that will keep happening. And if you are growing, you will hire more people, the inflow would be more and the outflow would be less. That is how a business grows. The inflow of money would be more, the outflow would be less, and that is where your profit increases. Similarly, the inflow of the number of people joining you would grow, and the outflow would be less, and that is how your company would grow. But only when you have a team, only when you have a team of people taking care of the sales, taking care of marketing, taking care of connecting with the clients, taking care of the fulfillment part, only when you have a team taking care of all of these activities is when you grow. So when I started, I was taking care of all the departments on my own, but slowly and gradually I kept one data entry operator who helped me with the data entry operations. I brought in the client and I was doing those data entry works. So I first started with having an intern who would help me with the data entry work. Slowly we hired one intern, then I added another, then I added one more, then I added one more. So once I saw that okay, I now have 3, 4, 5 interns, now I can have one full-time employee who would help those interns and as well as take care of my reporting responsibilities. Now he was responsible to report to me and he was taking care of those 4 interns. Then slowly I started with a marketing person, then a sales person, then a bigger operations team, then a HR, then an accounting person, and so on. There are a lot of things that I still do myself which I really want to offload, but there is one big problem. Solopreneurs or entrepreneurs or small businesses, one reason why they do not expand, one reason why they do not go into that hiring mode is because of the deficit or the lack or the shortage of money. This is one thing that you need. Whenever you would go out hiring people, you would need to have an assurity that you have that kind of a cash flow that you can pay these people. So you have to make a very balanced decision. You have to make a very careful decision that your cash flow does not get impacted. Your sales only increases when you offload some part of the activity that you should not be doing or that you have been doing, but now you can get it done with the help of somebody. Now with that available time, you are using that piece of available time to increase your sales, increase your revenue, increase your cash flow. Only then this thing would be sustainable. Having one person or having 100 people team, you will always have to figure out how hiring one extra person, hiring one new team member would add to the revenue of your company. If it's not adding revenue in any ways, then you cannot justify hiring a person. You have to figure out how adding that team member would, it might not directly influence because you might not always be hiring a salesperson who would be bringing in revenue, but adding a operations person might be increasing your ability to get more sales, or might be increasing the ability of your sales team to get more different types of projects. So that is how you need to analyze. It is your business. You need to figure out, you need to study your business and how and what kind of people, what kind of team you need to build, what kind of activities you can outsource from your pocket to their pocket. So these are the things that you should be taking care of, and please make sure that if you have given some kind of a clarification or explanation to yourself that you are going to be a solopreneur all your life, then that is not how it has to be, and that is not how it should be. You have to at some point of time offload, outsource the activities that you do which you think is not that profitable. You can focus on more profitable things and the less profitable things, the monotonous things, the things that can be repeated, the things that can be automated. They are offloaded to a different system. This is something that you as an entrepreneur have to figure out, because there's another element that is really important for you is time. Everybody has that limited number of hours in a day, 24 hours. So in the same 24 hours, you got to sleep, you need to take care of your body, your health, and you also need to work. So in the balance available 12 or 14 hours that you are working, you need to figure out how best you can use those 12 or 14 hours of your time. How most profitable can those 12 or 14 hours be? You have to have this profitability thing in your mind, how you can increase your efficiency, how you can reach out to more people, how can you increase your sales, how you can add more volume, add more revenue, add more people, add a different category of services, add a new geography, add a new location. You have to figure out how best you can utilize those 12 or 14 hours of your time to become or to reach where you want to reach. You cannot stay or you cannot just remain being a solopreneur or as a small business owner, because as a solopreneur or as a small business, we face a lot of challenges. When we go and hire people, we won't get good people. One excuse that we give to the world, that we do not get good people in this world of 7 billion people, we give an excuse to ourselves that we do not find good people. There are not enough good people in this world. Come on, that is a big excuse that we are giving to ourselves. Our inability to hire good people, our inability to retain good people, our inability to train good people, hire somebody and make them good, our inability to do any of these things, and we go out and complain that we do not find good people. The companies that are successful are not hiring from Mars. They are also hiring from that same set of people. We need to understand how we can utilize, how we can make the people working with us work better, deliver good quality of work, and a lot of things. So that was about being a solopreneur and why we should not remain or continue as a solopreneur, but have our eyes on growth, have our eyes on growing from being a solopreneur to working as a small business, and then going into the larger business scenario. I'll be taking care of, or I will be talking about more things that you as a solopreneur should be doing, about hiring, about team building, about how you can influence the team in a positive way, how you can motivate the team. So we will be talking a lot about all of these things in the coming videos. So be with me, and if you have any questions, any queries, any comments, feel free to ask me, and I'll be there helping you in the next video with all your questions from this video. Have a great and a wonderful day. Bye bye.